Hello, everyone. Welcome to another edition of the It Doesn't Matter podcast. And we've got myself, John, and we have...
The Dominican Dream, baby. You know who it is. Papi Platano.
There he is. And we have...
I am the notorious one. I am Dom. Boo.
We have a very urgent announcement that we're going to film a live podcast at the Horsepower Cigar Lounge in beautiful, safe, and bright Montville, Connecticut, Wednesday, March 13th, 2024. We're doing our live podcast about 6 p.m. or so, but make your way on down there. We will be there. We'll be setting up, and we'll be doing a special viewing of a few matches of Wrestlemania 3. And, of course, we'll be there. And so come on down, check us out, and check out the Horsepower Cigar Lounge on Route 32, Montville, Connecticut, Wednesday, March 13th, 6 p.m. 6 p.m.
And we will be smoking a couple cigars.
Yes, and you can join us live at the Horsepower Cigar Lounge, Montville, Connecticut. Wednesday, March 13th, 2024. But this episode of the It Doesn't Matter podcast is focused on a very special thing in the world of professional wrestling. It is The Undertaker's Wrestlemania streak. All the way from the beginning till, well, the end of the streak. That's what this show is about.
Oh my God!
Yeah, that is the face you will see at the end of that streak. But Dom, what do we got going on the It Doesn't Matter podcast?
Hall of Famer.
Do you know what a
Future
winning
Hall of
streak is?
No.
If you guys don't know what a winning streak is, I'm going to give you a quote from my man Lou Brown from the Cleveland Indians from the movie Major Leagues. Okay, we won a game yesterday. If we win today, it's called 2 in a row. If we win again tomorrow, it's called a winning streak. It has happened before. Lou Brown from the Major League movie with Charlie Sheen.
Unfortunately, you can't say Cleveland Indians.
It's Cleveland Indians, goddammit.
It is to me, too.
That's what it is. Undertaker, he started out in his first WrestleMania at WrestleMania 7 against the Hall of Famer, the killer, Superfly, Jimmy Snuka.
Brother man.
Brother.
I went deep in the archives trying to see how this happened, like what led to this match. I couldn't find a goddamn thing.
Oh, man.
I couldn't find a thing. They just threw it out there just like that.
Just a special challenge on a special episode of Challenge, right?
Basically, it was primetime wrestling challenge, whatever it was. They just threw it out there, just trying to get everybody on the card. But Undertaker made his WrestleMania 7 debut, and the Undertaker, he crushed Jimmy Snuka under 5 minutes.
Yes.
Short work for the dead man.
I mean, at the time, Jimmy, the Superfly Snuka, I mean, he was still in incredible shape, but he was not half the man that he used to be. And, he was there. I mean, other wrestlers made comebacks in 1991, 1992, such as Ricky the Dragon Steamboat coming back from the NWA and WCW. Saba Simba, Mr. USA Tony Atlas, also making a comeback around that time period. So wrestlers were making their way back to the WWF, and Jimmy Superfly Snuka was one of them after killing people. And but he was still a name, and they were pushing The Undertaker heavily at the time. So why not give him a win over a major name? And that's exactly what happened. And, much like the rest of Undertaker's streak to come, it was not intentional, but sort of intentional at the same time.
It's amazing. If you think about it, Undertaker just debuted at Survivor Series 1990 with Ted DiBiase, of all people. Look at that size of that ham hock. Man, and then the streak to start. The first person to go, unfortunately, Hall of Famer and the killer, Jimmy Superflies. He did not fly that night.
It's not a streak. It's only one victory.
It only starts with one.
And he did fly. He tried to cross body him, and he went over the top rope.
Yeah,
that
was bad.
Undertaker, 1-0 at WrestleMania 7. All right, we're going to get to WrestleMania 8 from Indianapolis in the Hoosier Dome.
Ooh.
He went against another Hall of Famer, Jake the Snake Roberts.
Ooh.
And this match right here, we had a storyline because earlier in the year, these two were tag teaming, and then Jake went heel and turned on Undertaker, and Undertaker, he started getting popular. But it didn't work out for Jake. The Undertaker, he squashed him. He did have a chance to have an opportunity to with the DDT, but Undertaker just got up, and Undertaker hit Jake with the tombstone outside the ring, and Jake is out cold like a night in a bar. And Undertaker just threw him in the ring. 1, 2, 3. Undertaker 2-0.
Yeah, the biggest mistake of that match was when Jake took his time after the DDT. This is not a regular guy that he usually hits the DDT on. This is the dead man. The guy who's at that time was unbeatable, damn near invincible. And he hit the most dangerous finisher at that time. 1, 2, 3 would have been done. But you sat there and you sulked and you just said, nah, I'll just eat this all up. I know he's a character guy where he just soaks up the crowd, but nah, Jake, you gotta go for that pin. 1, 2, 3, and you didn't do it. So dead man comes back, tombstone.
Did you guys notice,
Dead.
like, in the promo, the interview beforehand and during the match, Jake was just in the corner just, like, scratching and whatnot, like he was Sick Boy or he was, like, Tyrone Biggums. Like, I don't know what was his issue at the time.
Yeah.
Like, he had the itch.
He had the itch to compete at WrestleMania and beat The Undertaker. But that's all he had at the
Cocaine's
time.
a hell of a drug.
And he had no Damien. That's a snake.
Revelations is his name. He's an albino python.
Undertaker 2-0.
Yeah.
Let's get to WrestleMania 9 in Las Vegas at the Caesar Plaza.
Ugh.
The Undertaker went against the Giant Gonzalez.
Ay.
Not a Hall of Famer, but this guy was 8'2".
And you can't teach that.
You really can't.
Undertaker was 6'10". Came up to his shoulder, damn near, I want to say.
Pretty much.
It was a sight to see, but Giant Gonzalez came out with Harvey Whippleman, Dr. Harvey Whippleman. And then the Undertaker came, he got pulled out in what was it? Like a chariot. Had the big muscle dudes pull him out in the chariot.
Yes.
Had Paul Bear right there, and he had the vulture with him.
Yep.
That was a sight to see. That was pretty cool.
That's one of his better entrances at that time.
Hell yeah. So with this match right here, this Undertaker, he says to this day that he hates this match. He wished this match did not exist whatsoever.
I concur with that. I think we all wish Undertaker did not have this match. If you want to know what the word of the day is, concur. I totally agree.
This is a setup.
All right, so with this match, Gonzalez was doing every typical big man move he can do, but Undertaker, he's still doing what he's doing. He's throwing rabid punches. He's trying to, choke him out and whatnot. But long story short, Harvey Wolfman threw a rag into the ring. And what's that smell? What's that smell? Chloroform. Next you know.
Dookie. Oh, sorry. Wrong show.
Yes, Dookie. Which was chloroform, and he choked Undertaker out with the rag, and Undertaker, he's lifeless in the middle of the ring. And next you know, this dude gets DQ'd. And we never seen this at this time. Undertaker got stretchered to the back. And this dude, Giant Gonzalez, he's celebrating like he won a World Series. And we heard the gong. Undertaker came back stumbling, and he came back and he whooped on Giant Gonzalez. And that was it. That was it for Giant Gonzalez. They had one more match after this, after SummerSlam, I want to say.
Yep. Oof. Shouldn't even went that far.
What happened to Gonzalez after this? I know he started in WCW, and then he came to WWF.
They always said, Ric Flair could get a match out of a broomstick, and that broomstick's name was made from San Salvador in El Gigante,
El Gigante.
El
yep.
Gigante.
soon to be known as Giant Gonzalez, who would later on birth Raquel Rodriguez, currently in WWE.
Please don't ruin that.
Yeah.
She should wear that suit.
Don't ruin that.
Yeah, she's got that eczema, so she might as well wear a full body suit, you know.
Oh my god.
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
This was the fastest match of the Undertaker's streak.
Simples.
And it was the only win that he had by disqualification in WrestleMania.
Man, you know how early the Undertaker streak could have been ended just by that fool,
Yeah.
El Gigante, Raquel Rodriguez is dead.
Stop it.
That big dummy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Moving on, real quick.
Yes, please.
He wasn't at WrestleMania 10 because he was injured, but WrestleMania 11 from Hartford, Connecticut.
Woo, yeah.
John,
baby.
did you go to that show?
I did not. I was upset because I was months before I got into wrestling, and I was like, it was in Hartford? What the? Well, not like I could have went there at the time on my own. I was only a tyke, 9, 10 years old. 10 years old, actually.
Did you enjoy WrestleMania 11?
Well, I mean, when I first knew about it, I liked the idea of WrestleMania. I thought it was so cool. I thought the whole, video package was cool, because Diesel and Shawn come out with Pam Anderson and Jenny McCarthy. Salt and Pepper was there. LT was in the main event against Bam Bam. And all the cool wrestlers were there. They were on that show. Actually watching it, it's kind of like, this booking sucks.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, number 10.
Jacob and Eli Blue.
But one of Abel's top tag team of all time, Yokozuna and Owen Hart, made their debut at WrestleMania 11. And there's one shot in the WWF magazine, and Owen Hart, he's lying in a position that he would end up in the Kemper Arena, but he was on the apron, and he had his, very specifically, he was lying on and he had his his thumb right there like that, lying on the apron like that, and that exact photo was in the magazine. Of course, back then I read the WWF magazine up and down and all around many times.
Up, down, left, right.
Contra?
Boom.
Yes.
And if watching the match on TV, he did that. I saw the exact moment that picture got taken. I thought that was cool. But yeah, I thought WrestleMania 11 was cool, but watching it back with modern eyes, behind these hazel eyes, trash. Yeah, especially Shawn Michaels taking a terrible bump for Diesel in that match. What the hell was LT doing main eventing that? I don't know. Razor and Jarrett, Jacob and Eli Blue. The only promising thing on that show was the brand new allied powers of the British Bulldog and Lex Luger.
That theme song was dope.
Yeah, that was cool.
That was good.
And then Jonathan Taylor Thomas and that other dude,
NYPD
guy, and so I thought it was cool at the time, but not so cool anymore.
All right. So on WrestleMania 11, The Undertaker took on King Kong Bundy. Is he a Hall of Fame?
No.
No, he didn't make the Hall of Fame? All right. Well, anyways, this started at the 1995 Royal Rumble where the $1 Million Corporation, they stole The Undertaker's urn from Paul Bearer.
Oh, no!
So The Undertaker, he's pissed off, and he wanted to get his urn back. So at WrestleMania, he challenges King Kong Bundy. So the match happens, and they're going back and forth, and Bundy clotheslines Undertaker, and Undertaker, he grabbed the urn from the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase, and DiBiase, he's pissed off, whatever. So after this, you see him signaling in the entrance. So we see Kama Mustafa, also known as the Godfather, the Good Father.
I got $5
Papa
for you
Shango.
if you want it.
And then he
I think Dom knows what I'm talking about.
then he kicked Paul Bearer in his stomach. He got the urn back. Then he ran back to the entrance, and Jim Ross interviewed him. What are you gonna do with the urn? He said, "Oh, I'm gonna melt it down and I'm gonna put it around my neck." Typical black man gonna make a damn change with it. Back in the 90s.
I'm not saying that.
And he was wearing a white T-shirt.
I'm not even
That
going in
shit
there.
was clean. That shit.
Fresh from the package.
Hell yeah, fresh from the package.
Yeah, what an angle. Jeez
And his
Louise.
edge up. No Steve Harvey man unit there.
No, he didn't.
That shit was perfect.
The Kama, the supreme fighting machine. It could have been cool.
Yeah. But anyways, he lost to Earn again, but Undertaker, he did get the victory over King Kong Bundy, and he is 4-0. What do you guys think about that match?
Eh.
Perfect.
Just like I forget what it was. I hear it from JR all the time. Bundy, every time you go to the fucking bank, you're stealing from the man, Bundy. You take that check, you cash it, and you're stealing from the man. Because he was stealing. There's no way. I understand the whole concept of King Kong Bundy, the older days where he's a big guy. Was it 400 plus pounds?
He was a Hogan guy.
Yeah, he's a Hogan monster back then, basically. So he was conquering the. So Hogan basically was Godzilla. He's going against all his monsters. This one was. I don't fucking know. I don't even want to name one of the names.
Fucking just lingering around.
Yeah.
He just came back.
We hadn't seen Bundy since I want to say Mania 2 or 3, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I think it was like 3.
And just the way he started the match, just so fucking hokey. Just like, dude, just
That's what he was doing in the video, or just staring there looking at Undertaker's.
I as a kid, I probably don't even remember this match just because I'm just like, this isn't one of my matches I want to watch. But I mean, Taker got a lot out of the match that I didn't think he was gonna get out of Bundy. So
So
I was shocked.
The finish of the match is Taker hits him with a body slam. Bundy gets up, and then Taker hits the flying clothesline. He got the win.
Yep.
I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
Variety is the spice of life.
Yes.
As she said, oatmeal pack.
What you call me?
I don't think Bundy wanted to take the choke slam because he wasn't going to get up from pause.
Should have got Tombstone.
He probably wasn't feeling it because Hogan, oh my brother, my neck after he hit me with the tombstone. I couldn't work for months.
Hey, sounds like Vince.
Where do you got it from?
Vince McMahon thought King Kong Bundy was the absolute shit, but he was a name from the 80s, and I mean, yeah, famous name. He was in Hollywood for a little bit. He his starring role on Married with Children, you know.
That's
And,
how they got the name the Bundys.
yeah.
Seriously.
Yes.
And you know what? King Kong Bundy I didn't understand it. I understood it later, but I was like, why did he look so much scarier in the 80s?
They had no eyebrows.
Yeah,
back
because he had no
then.
eyebrows. I
yeah.
didn't realize that. I was like, that's why he looked like a freaking crazy guy.
That's
You
probably
know.
why Austin looked like that, but he was just blonde.
But then he grew his eyebrows back, and he looked less intimidating. He just looked like
It's crazy, baby. These little things right here, money makers or money losers.
just like King Kong Bundy, a big loser at WrestleMania 11.
Undertaker 4-0.
Cuatro.
All right, WrestleMania 12.
Zero.
Cuatro. Cero.
Yeah.
Pa carajo.
Here it comes.
All right, so WrestleMania 12.
Yeah.
Anaheim, California. We got Big Daddy Cool Diesel, also known as Kevin Nash. Abel said he's the most overrated wrestler in one of the previous podcasts.
Yeah, you know what? I don't even stand by that statement no more, man. Because after that match, I take that back, Kev,
You
man.
sold out.
Yeah, you sold me on that, man.
Diesel, his interest, he came out cooler than the other side of the
Yes,
pillow.
he was. Just
He was
Ooh,
cool.
That's Randy's favorite phrase.
Undertaker came out with Paul Bearer, and you know,
Lame.
while Undertaker made his entrance, Diesel, he looked unfazed whatsoever. He was just like, it is what it was. But this right here for Battle of the Big Men,
Would you stop?
exactly. All right, so
let me
this
be Bobby. Y'all could be Gorilla.
Oh,
so this match right here for Battle of the Big Men, it was pretty good.
Yes.
It was pretty good. It wasn't a stellar match, but I never seen two big men. Hell, I never seen two men doing big boots and knock each other out.
Yeah.
Like that was pretty dope. Like you never seen that before. And then they exchanged clotheslines, and Diesel hit Taker with a jackknife twice.
Yo.
I'm like, oh, okay. But at this time, we still ain't know nothing about the streak. Like they acknowledged in WrestleMania 11, yeah, Undertaker, this is his 4th WrestleMania, he hasn't lost, but it was still, it wasn't an attraction right now.
No,
They just
it was
it's going with the flow at the moment.
It wasn't the main topic of what Undertaker being at Mania was just yet, but it was starting to heat up a little bit.
No, not yet, but
I said a little bit. You just starting the embers. You haven't started the
Little.
Yeah, little. You're doing it wrong. Little.
Yeah, but okay, so after Taker hit a choke slam on Big Daddy Cool, he finished it off with a tombstone pile driver. 1, 2, 3. The Undertaker is 5-0 at WrestleMania.
So, John, what was your thoughts about that match? Because I have my thoughts, especially with 2 big men like that.
What is happening here? It's one of my favorite matches, WrestleMania matches of all time. It's underrated as hell because it's a match that only happened one time. It had never, ever happened any other time. It was just like no, but there's speaking of the WWF magazine, there's a great poster in there for WrestleMania 12, and it featured 5 superstars: Shawn Michaels, Bret Hart, Diesel, Razor Ramon, and The Undertaker. And those are the top 5 stars in the WWF. And I always imagined that WWFE throughout the years would always have a top 5 superstars, But anyway, to see any one of those 5 face each other in a match back then was very unique and very special. And people just because Kevin Nash left that year and did the NWO thing, and his run as WWF champion isn't looked back upon fondly. People just overlook this match, and they just never mention it, never talk about it, and it's one of my favorites. I love this match.
Yeah.
But before Abel gets into his thoughts, did you enjoy WrestleMania 12?
Sort of. I mean, I have fond memories of it because it was my first WrestleMania. It's actually the first pay-per-view I've ever seen. I watched it at a friend's house, but we left when Jose Lothario was making his entrance. We're like, "Where's Shawn Michaels? You got to go to school tomorrow. Where's Shawn Michaels?"
Oh.
So we missed the main event, but we saw the rest of the show, and watching it then, just like WrestleMania 11, it was cool as a kid to watch this stuff. The opening 6-man tag, Ahmed, Jake the Snake, and Yokozuna versus Camp Cornette, the Bulldog, Owen, and Vader. That was cool.
Can't forget about Goldust and Roddy Piper, the Hollywood Backlot Brawl.
I mean, you never saw
Yeah,
8, 9, 10-year-old kids laughing their ass off at Goldust and lingerie. Thanks, Roddy Piper.
God damn it.
What the?
What are you doing over there?
See? You're playing too much. Playing too much.
I keep moving around too much.
It's brand new and it still squeaks like it's rusty as hell.
My bad, man.
It's all right.
Trying to readjust it.
It's all right. You bought it, so.
You got me for that one.
Anyway, what's going on?
All right, so what are your thoughts on this Undertaker and Diesel match?
Honestly, man, just thinking back, like how I praised the Brett and Shawn match so much. Yes, there were no flaws with Shawn and Brett, but for 2 big men, like you said, I was actually surprisingly entertained. I mean, 2 big men like that, you don't see a lot of athleticism with those guys. I mean, anywhere else, most big men are not athletic. They're just stumbling and bumbling. They just look so clunky. It's like watching John Cena wrestle John Cena. It just does not look good. But, yeah.
I can't see that.
Yeah. But, man, like you said, these guys are former basketball athletes, so that helps out with their moves. Yeah, college. Yeah, JR, I do follow. They're former college athletes, so it helped out with the match. So their athleticism showed out there, and like you said, some of the moves that I never expected, the double big boot, man, just good match overall. I really wish you could have had like a 3 series out of those, but we couldn't get it because Kevin went down there.
And Kevin Nash Diesel was really chewing the scenery there when he jackknifed The Undertaker. What was it, 3 times or 2 times?
Twice.
Yeah, like twice then. Like I said, chewing the scenery, really soaking it in. Like, no one kicks out of the jackknife, and he just paced around him. Then he gets up and he does it again, and that thud. Sometimes they do that in wrestling now. Like, did you hear that noise? And this and that's like, man, Undertaker landed with a thud.
Yeah.
On that WrestleMania 12 mat.
You know what's crazy? That Diesel debuted in the WWE in 1993. 1994, they started to push him in the Royal Rumble. That's what got him going. That's what got the ball rolling. After he became an Intercontinental Champion, became a Tag Team Champion. And look, 3 years later, you have a high caliber match like this against the Undertaker, like one of your top guys, the guy backstage besides Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels, and you're putting on a match like this. This is why he went to WCW. They gave him the bag, and he became a top star over there.
So he wasn't going to WCW just yet. He was in negotiations with them, or his contract was about to be up, right?
This was his last match, right?
No, he wouldn't leave till
But
about.
it was, I mean, the dirt sheets in the internet were not a thing heavily back then. So, but they were on their way out. They knew they were leaving.
Yeah, because Scott wasn't in. He wasn't in WrestleMania 12.
I thought Razor Ramon got suspended because he did a promo like on Superstars because he was feuding with Goldust at the time, and
That's what because he didn't want to do the feud with Goldie because he felt
I got one match out of him.
yeah, he got one, but he just didn't want to go through the whole thing because back in the day, homophobic about the whole situation, the way Goldust was.
The heart wants what it wants, but I thought it was because Razor Ramon says everybody knows Razor loves the little kids. I thought he got suspended for saying that. It's not what
No.
All right, so the curtain call was in May of '96. This is in March right here. So what happened between March and May?
He went to face the Heartbreak Kid Shawn Michaels in a losing. Diesel lost at Mania, yet he became the #1 contender to the WWF title. Got in your house, good friends, but we make better enemies.
Yeah. All right, so they promised him a title and he didn't get it. So all right, I'm gonna go across the street.
You want a hidden gem on that match? Watch Razor Ramon versus Big Van Vader. That's weird. Yeah. So
Man, after a match like that, I would be like, yo, Kev,
yo,
what do you want?
that
What is going to keep you here?
pay-per-view is fucked up, by the way. Just watch that.
What, Mania 12?
I think good. Nah.
Oh, in your house?
In your house, because I think maybe the next month too, because Goldust, Ultimate Warrior was challenging Goldust for the Intercontinental title.
Oh my
the match
God.
did not happen.
What?
Oh
yeah, because he got fired.
no, they just did a bunch of Gaga, and I think Goldust might have been really injured, so they were just like, let's just do a bunch of Gaga, and they just watch it. You're like, I can't believe this is on pay-per-view.
Wow.
I can't believe they're wasting a Warrior appearance because the guy can't work anyway. Allegedly, he had like a torn tricep already.
That's why it's 1999.
Oh, boy.
Test your look.
Damn.
All right. WrestleMania 13 from the Rosemont Horizon in Chicago, Illinois. We have The Undertaker going against Psycho Sid. And this is the first time The Undertaker is going for the title at WrestleMania. He was already a previous champion in 1991 when he beat the Immortal Hulk Hogan. That wasn't this Tuesday in Texas, right?
Yes.
That's what led to this Tuesday in Texas.
All right, so he beat him then, yeah. All right, anyways, another big man match. And Sid, he's on the same level as Diesel, or Diesel's on the same level as Sid.
Yes.
Diesel's a better promo, though. But these guys, they were going back and forth. It was a slow-paced match, like, because the match before this was Austin and Bret Hart in the submission match, and that match right there, that stole the whole show. So
Yes.
the fans just sitting on eggshells in this damn match right here. But it was actually a good low-key match. We did see the double big boot again, but we had this. Matter of fact, let me rewind right quick, because in the beginning of the match, we had some crybaby Bret the Hitman Hart come out, seeing Shawn Michaels in the ring announcing on commentary, and he's saying, "Oh, you pussyfooting your injury," and all this other stuff like that. Go find your smile and come back, and I'll beat your ass or something like that. Or Shawn said, and then Undertaker, he was like, "Oh, we were friends before, but you slammed the door in my head. Now we ain't friends no more." And then I forgot what the hell he said to Sid. And then Sid just fucking jackknifed him. "Get out of here, cry baby!" sorry ass out the ring.
Oh man! And you guys wonder why I love Sid.
Sid.
Shit like that.
Yeah. Yeah, so like I said, all right, so back into the match.
Cocky Sid is the best Sid. I don't know
Yo.
who he did this to. He's so cocky, just like that moment. He's like, "Come on, big boy!"
In the promo before the match, I am not afraid of the dark. I will beat the Undertaker. Like, oh. And during the match, he I think he pinned the Undertaker, and then he screamed out, "Oh, what the fuck did he scream
God
out?
damn it!
Damn it! Damn it!" He just yelled, like, why are you yelling, bro?
Now you gotta remember, this is not the Attitude Era just yet. It's
No.
starting, but
No, because he tried to slam Taker through the table, and the table didn't break. It was not a flimsy table like them Attitude Era tables. It's like a legit table. But
someone tell me there's a Lex Luger and Sid match out there, because I might need some alone time after that match.
Oh man! But that crybaby Bret Hart, he came back, tried to interfere, and
yeah, I have some questions about that.
distracted Sid, and Undertaker hit the tombstone. And now the Undertaker is your champion, and now the Undertaker is 6-0 at WrestleMania 13
Yeah, but why is he wearing gray gloves?
because he wore the title. He won the title rocking the gray. That's why he wore the gray.
So that spoiler alert is that's the message he's sending out to the fans. Hey, when I wear gray gloves, I win the world title.
Yep.
All right, what you got to say, AB?
Yeah, like Brett hit freaking Sid. Was it Sid or Taker? If I remember correctly, it was Sid with the steel chair. I'm just like, that's a DQ right there.
Nah, man, because the match was out. They was outside. They was banging out inside, going through tables and whatnot. So
Yeah.
Vince was like, "Oh, this is no holds barred, no disqualification." That's what he was saying. So
I wasn't listening to the commentary. I must pay attention to the match itself. So I didn't hear that. So that called me off guard. I'm like, what the fuck is Brett doing? Like, I know that's when he was starting to get into the whole anti-American and just hating on everything that WWE had. And I guess he must have known that Shawn was coming back, because I'm just like, why is he kind of promo on Shawn too? Because Shawn is lost his fucking smile. I can't wrestle. I don't want to have a rematch with Brett.
well, this match right here is supposed to be Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart, but like Brett said, he's pussyfooting around his injury and he lost his smile and he didn't want to do the job. But thank God Shawn was pussyfooting, because we got the emergence of Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Yes.
And Undertaker, he had a good ass, was it 90? Was it this 97 right here?
Yes.
97. So he had a good ass 97. So it worked out. But Strap, what happened to Sid after this?
I think he was scheduled to have a match with Bret Hart at the next pay-per-view. I'm not sure if it actually happened or not. So, but yeah, he just disappeared, and he would randomly reappear on Raw's War. Because Stone Cold came out, and it was a weird segment. You know, Stone Cold came. The Hart Foundation were in the ring; they're doing some kind of segment, and Stone Cold comes out, and his music is playing the entire time. You know, he doesn't say anything; he just goes on stage. He's joined by Ken Shamrock. He's joined by, up to 5 people total, and one of them is Sid Vicious. And it's like, wow, what a super WWF team. Okay, and that's it.
Damn it!
Actually, you know what? Actually, if I back up, I think he did come back, and I think he did challenge The Undertaker to a WrestleMania rematch in June of '97. But no, he just disappeared, and he didn't come back. Never came back. So, well, until like Raw 15th anniversary or something like that.
Damn.
And he got no pop. Seth.
He won the top rope a lot of times. I kept thinking, damn, man, like a few more years later, you're going to just fuck your whole foot.
I was thinking that too when I saw that. I was like, ah, shit.
If you guys don't know what we're talking about, go on YouTube, look up Sid Vicious on the top rope in WCW and how he broke his leg.
I wonder if Sid had any matches as Psycho Sid in Japan. I don't think he did. It'd be interesting to see him there. That's all.
He had to have. They loved the gaijins back then, especially those big, tall, 6'9" sons of bitches.
I wear guy jeans. Moving on.
So what do you think about the match, Strap?
Undertaker and Sid, I mean, it was, you're comparing it to Diesel and Taker a little bit, but, Sid's a different kind of cat. And, he's capable of putting off entertaining matches. I didn't say good, but capable of putting off entertaining matches. And, I liked it. It wasn't like your now classic WrestleMania match where it's 5 stars and sort of something of that nature, but it was a big man versus big man match. It was well done, and bravo to our friends Sid and Mark Calloway.
All right. Let's go to Boston, WrestleMania 14. Yeah. This is when the Attitude Era was hot. And this opponent that The Undertaker fought,
it's also hot.
He knows personally, and he was hot, literally, that he was on fire. He went against his brother, Kane. And still to this day, that's probably one of the best storylines of all time.
Yes, totally agree.
And for the longest time, Undertaker said, I will not fight my brother. I will not fight my flesh and blood. And, you get to that point, you're going to keep getting pushed. So it's bound to happen. I'll see you at WrestleMania. And these two locked eye to eye, and Kane is slightly taller than Undertaker, and he had some lifts in his boots.
You saw that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Jericho.
But it was, oh my God, it was a sight for sore eyes. I thought, not knowing about the streak at the time, but seeing this, I'm like, oh, Undertaker finally met his match. Like, I thought Kane was going to be the one to beat him at WrestleMania, and this dude took 3 tombstones. 3. And Undertaker got up, came back, and that was it. He got them in.
Yeah.
It was a short match. The story was good, and it evolved. I think after this, you had the Inferno match.
Yes.
So, if you want to see a good rivalry, check out Undertaker and Kane.
I agree.
They've got their own DVD chronicling their entire history. I think they have a book, too. So, yeah, you want to talk about a great story? I mean, it is a great story. Doesn't mean I'm tired of hearing it, because I am tired of hearing about Undertaker and Kane's legacy, even though we're doing a show about one of Undertaker's legacies right now. But that's different, okay? But at the time, another WrestleMania early in my fandom, and it was really awesome. And we just, as a matter of fact, we just reviewed WrestleMania 20, where we'll talk about again today. But this was the better of the Undertaker and Kane matches, and this was Kane was still
green, red,
green and red, and lest we forget this WrestleMania. Pete Rose just got tombstone, but it's not about Kane. It's not about Kane today.
That was a good show. Owen Hart and Triple H.
Yeah.
You had The Rock and Ken Shamrock, and Ken Shamrock had him in the ankle lock, and he won the Intercontinental title. Next, you know, he didn't want to let go of the ankle lock, and he lost. Dummy.
Yeah.
But Abel, what'd you think about the match?
Yeah, it was actually one of the better matches out of those guys they've had. I was shocked with some of the maneuvers, especially the springboard off of the corner. I was like, "Whoa, what the hell are you doing, Kane?" That caught me off guard, and I was actually watching with the missus and my stepkid, and they were just wide-eyed, like, "Yo, I've never seen this." They love this, so I got some reviewing buddies to go over some of the matches.
So
I like that.
It's crazy. So WrestleMania 9, Giant Gonzalez, bigger than the Undertaker. WrestleMania 11, King Kong Bundy, wider than the Undertaker. WrestleMania 12, wider.
Wide.
WrestleMania 12, Diesel, another big man match. WrestleMania 13, Sid. WrestleMania 14, Kane. Like, why they keep feeding him all these big men?
I think Undertaker jizzed his pants when he fought CM Punk. It's like, finally a guy I can throw around. No, but just like Hogan dealt with monsters, they love feeding monsters to the Undertaker.
Yeah.
That's why he fought him. And most of the time, once they feuded with the Undertaker, and after that, they were done. You know, they went down the card, if you will.
Yeah, I've noticed that a little bit.
Kane, he rose up.
Kane is a different story. They kept pushing him for a long for the rest of his career, actually. So
I think Bruce Pritchard said that character was not supposed to last more than a 6 month or maybe a
It
year.
worked.
And he's another one that kept a character longer than what it should have been. If you think about it, Undertaker's character shouldn't have lasted as long as it should have, as it did. Because, granted, this is his character and he evolved it through time. But a dead man who's invincible, come on now, that's only believable for so many years. But you gotta find a weakness. They found it. They evolved them, and yeah, we're getting to the streak still. So
Undertaker, WrestleMania 14, 7-0.
siete.
All right, WrestleMania 15, the home of WrestleMania 40 in Philadelphia. He's going against the Big Boss Man.
Sure did.
And this is not the Big Boss Man who is rocking the blue. This is the corporation boss man. This is Vince McMahon's Big Boss Man, his enforcer, who can't help him out now. But anyways, this is the first Hell in a Cell match at WrestleMania. And you know what? This is the worst Hell in a Cell match possibly ever, I would like to say. And
Yeah,
long story short, both guys got busted open, and
No.
Undertaker got the win
I know.
with a tombstone. But everybody remembers the end of the match, or after the match, because the boss man got hung. Pause.
Pause. Yeah,
He was
pause.
hanging from the cell.
Pause.
A great visual aid, a great special effect.
And next thing you know, he showed up on Monday Night Raw the next night.
Yeah, what the fuck? WWE, you're the number one company that dots their T's dots their I's and fucking
Cross their teeth.
cross their T's. God damn it.
ProWrestlingTees.com.
Damn right. Thank you for the crate.
Yeah, the match is, match is nothing
You bought
special.
it.
I did.
You're welcome. But yeah, the Hell in the Cell. Oh, just
Yeah.
why?
Gaga.
It was there and it happened. Undertaker was the slimmest he ever looked because he wore the tightest, skinniest outfit he ever owned. The Ministry of Darkness was going crazy at the time.
When we covered this
Yeah.
first month, or first 2 months before WrestleMania. But
Yes.
this is my favorite Taker.
Yeah.
This motherfucker was scary.
You know,
with the goatee.
His music, I guess that music was his music. It seemed like it was dubbed in, but I can't tell. But it was such powerful music.
Yo.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Jeez Louise.
Make you want to rap?
No.
Is it on Ruthless Aggression, the album, the CD?
Nah, it's on like WWE, WWF Volume 2.
Do you remember on Raw one time they were teasing the Montreal audience? They played Bret Hart's music, but it was just an ad for WWF The Music
Oh,
Anthology.
That's how you do it.
After they kicked.
That's how you
after
do
And
he
then
left.
that freaking CD set just played clips of all the music. Didn't even play the full song. Like, what a ripoff. But it was cool, like, to play in the car because you'd always... And they didn't even cut the songs right, you know.
They never did.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. So, did you enjoy the match, Abel?
Not really.
No. And so we all feel the same way.
And it's weird because I actually liked Boss Man at that time. It was a different character, and the way they used him was way different than when he first started as the blue Boss Man. But yeah, I just was like, what a waste, man. Two great talents that just weren't used potentially the right way, in my opinion. I mean, Boss Man got Taker bloody, which was a first, but.
I enjoyed the match. Not every match has to be a great match for you to enjoy it, and
That's true.
I enjoy it for different reasons.
Hangeth!
Not for that reason, but different reasons. So yeah, that's okay, and that's okay. And variety is the spice of life. And we put that ingredient in everything that we eat.
Yes, baby.
Next match.
Undertaker, 8-0, WrestleMania 15.
El
All right.
Ocho.
Undertaker wasn't at WrestleMania 2000 because he was injured again. So at WrestleMania 17, we get a brand new Undertaker, the American Badass Undertaker, and he's going against the Game, Triple H. And was it Houston, Texas?
Houston.
We have a problem.
We have a problem.
Yes, we do, baby.
And this right here, this was the turning point for the Undertaker at WrestleMania. Because these guys battled. It was a battle. And then once the referee got knocked out, They took the fight into the crowd. And then the Undertaker's on top of the, what was it, like a table or a stage or like the soundboard, whatever the hell it was, and he go to choke slam Triple H off it. That was dope. It was dope.
That looks scary. I'm just like, what? Where'd Triple H go?
Yeah. But these dudes, they going back and forth, exchanging their finishing maneuvers. Undertaker was doing the last ride now. Basically has the power bomb, and he like pops you up and holds you up from your drawers and just boom.
Gets a good whiff.
That's what he did with Sid.
Oh.
Sid let it rip.
Smells like corn.
Hey, crybaby! Smell my fart.
Smell the fart acting.
But this right here was like I said, it was a milestone for Undertaker's WrestleMania streak. This is a must-watch match between the two. This is their first encounter out of 3, and for some reason they won't acknowledge it. Like
What, the first one?
Yeah, they don't really acknowledge it. They acknowledge 27 to 28. Like they just kind of like fade this out. I don't know why. If it's because it was the dead man thing, or
Because then they'd have to keep bringing up why they fought the first time, and it has
Yeah.
nothing to do with their later story.
It doesn't, yeah.
well,
It's easier to just ignore Judy Winslow.
they had a trilogy, and this was a good one.
Yes, this was.
And Undertaker, 9-0.
Wait.
What'd you think about the match?
This was probably one of the better matches of Undertaker's career, man. This really took him from the dead man, the character, to the brawler and the guy that can actually put on a hell of a show. The guy that you actually put on Mania and you just know he's gonna put 3 to 5 stars on that match.
What if he was in charge of the DOA instead of Crush? What? That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Everybody on their bikes and they all fighters and whatnot.
That would have made sense too.
Yeah.
This dude is a biker now. He's Big Red, and everyone follows the dead man. Now, he wasn't the champion just yet, right?
No.
He didn't become the champion until like maybe a year later. I want to say. Yeah, I want to say a year later because I remember the whole Jeff Hardy call. Oh, man. Just great match, man. Just great psychology. And I almost thought Triple H almost had the win because he had the sledgehammer right when he was about to hit the last round the first time. So I was like, ooh,
Yeah,
you got me. You got me.
So now at WrestleMania 17, you see the uncertainty, the unpredictability. Like, all right,
Yes.
that maybe he might lose. Cause Triple H, he was on point that time.
Yes.
He was the man at that time.
And I think who was on the call? Was it JR and King? And he even said that Triple H went from a finesse wrestler to the actual cerebral assassin, almost. Or no, he was actually like a somebody worth that toughness that you actually believe in instead of like that scared chicken shit heel. So when I heard that, I was like, okay, now I see where Triple H's legacy started to
And
build.
from
too.
what you said, that I was never a Triple H fan.
Me neither.
I hated Triple H,
Yep.
but he was that damn good.
Yes. You gotta give it to him, man.
You won't hear me say that again.
Nope. I'll say it though, but yeah, Triple H, bro. I wish you could have one more, but
Not with Undertaker. But yeah, John,
yes.
What?
what you think?
So many thoughts. But yeah, this is another match that the Undertaker was scheduled to wrestle Sting at, the first of many to come. But there was Triple H to help the company, and maybe that's why years later they had Sting lose to Triple H. It's like, I covered for you once, now you owe me a favor. But yeah, I think. This version of The Undertaker being the biker, you can go on a whole tangent on this, but it really opened up The Undertaker to be free from the chains of that character of being the dead man, the Undertaker, and as the great Ulysses Q. Williamson would tell me, he's like, he never liked the dead man Undertaker character, which was kind of, because everyone loves that character. but he told me, he's just like, I didn't like it. I like the biker Undertaker. It's more, realistic to him, and he could relate to it better. I was like, okay, well, that's an interesting perspective. So, a home run for the first edition of the American Badass at WrestleMania,
All right.
and then the very next year,
Yep, Undertaker, WrestleMania 17,
here it comes,
9-0.
9-0.
Nueve.
Now our next WrestleMania 18 from Toronto,
At the Silver Dome. Oh, sorry.
Sky Dome.
I was just thinking. Sorry, brothers.
The Undertaker went against the Nature Boy, Ric
Whoa.
Flair.
Woo!
Flair, he's back, and was he Triple H lackey at the time?
No,
No.
Ric Flair came back after the Survivor Series 2001, once the alliance was dissolved, because Shane and Stephanie McMahon, in order to purchase WCW and ECW for their own diabolical purposes, sold their shares of WWF stock to a consortium, and that consortium was the Nature Boy in the
Woo.
most convoluted storyline ever. And
Hey, Vince! We're partners!
All right.
Woo!
And so that was that, and somehow, eventually, Undertaker beat up David Flair at Trax and messed up Arn Anderson, lulling Ric Flair out of semi-retirement, and face him in this match at WrestleMania. And it would be an excellent match.
Yes.
But once again, the Nature Boy would be overshadowed by Hollywood scum Hogan, and with good reason.
All
Yeah,
right.
if you guys actually look back on that story, Ric Flair, in backstage, he was not confident.
Nope.
He did not feel like he was ready for this match. And Taker just looked at him like, listen, bro, you're the fucking Nature Boy. You are the man. I want this match with you, and we're going to fucking make magic.
Damn right.
Even though he had a few fuck-ups, he's like, hey, kid, you going to do that back thing for me? Pause.
Shut up and listen.
Damn right.
All right, so this match was no disqualification, and Undertaker whooped that ass. Flair hit his spots, but Undertaker just did what he had to do. But one of the cleanest things I ever seen, and I still love it to this day.
Yes,
when
I know exactly where you're going
Arn
now.
Anderson came out of nowhere and hit Flair or hit Undertaker with that damn spine buster, and
Yes.
people. Actually, I didn't think Undertaker was gonna lose spine buster, but
No,
it was
that,
just nice to see Arn Anderson with a bad neck to do that shit. It was pretty dope.
That had me on the edge of my seat, like, oh my god, he's about to lose.
What a word to describe it. Clean.
Clean. It was perfect timing how this man ran the ropes and Anderson slid into the ring just to get up and boom, spine buster. That shit was clean. It's perfect timing. You can't time that. You can't teach that. How you doing?
How you
He
doing?
tried to teach Cody, but
Yeah. But Undertaker got the win. Tombstone. But after this, we finally see he acknowledged, not the tribal chief, he acknowledged his WrestleMania streak. Somebody mentioned to him backstage, oh, I do got a streak going, so.
11.
10. Sean Spears, NXT.
Yes, for the Spanish announce team.
Undertaker, 10-0 against Ric Flair at WrestleMania 18.
And this is where the DVD stops.
One DVD.
All right.
Then,
WrestleMania 19 from Seattle, Washington.
Ow!
yo.
We have The Undertaker going against The Big Show and the A-Train. And I know we talked about this 2003 No Way Out. Did we talk about No Way Out? We talked about some show. I mentioned this shit
Yeah.
earlier this year. It doesn't matter. But anyways, it was a handicap match. And Undertaker was supposed to be a tag team match. His partner was supposed to be Nathan Jones, who they were trying to push. But for some reason, management didn't think that he was ready for this caliber type of match. So they, get out of here, you bum. And
Johnny Ace Hire.
Yeah, so Undertaker, he whooped Big Show's ass. He whooped A-Train's ass. But after he finally got beat down, Nathan Jones came out, did that damn side kick, crescent kick, whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
Bruce Lee karate kick.
Yeah. Undertaker, he got the win. Put him at 11-0. And this match, it was nothing special. He's still an American badass. What do you guys think about this?
This is one match I wish I can trade. If he can get rid of this match and trade it with Jeff Hardy, you know what I meant. I wish they can have that match from Raw and put that on Mania. That right there would have made both guys. Oh my God! Just that would have already taken Jeff Hardy to a new level. I know they were pushing him now that the Hardys were splitting up around that time, but having Taker take Hardy at Mania, have more eyes on that, would have just elevated Hardy even further than where he would have been at that time. So I wish I didn't see this match, and I hated it because it was just, to me, it was garbage. And just trade that for the Jeff Hardy match.
Make yourself famous, kid.
Make yourself famous, kid.
It's another example of the WWF throwing big men, big, large, meaty men at The Undertaker
So they can slap their meat.
at WrestleMania. But let's talk about some positive things about this matchup at WrestleMania.
It was over.
Let's talk about the pre-show version of this match, which was Fred Durst and Limp Bizkit live playing Rollin' with the Limp Bizkit Rollin' Girls as The Undertaker rode out to ringside on his Harley Davidson. I don't know if that's on the network as is.
Doubt it.
You didn't watch. You didn't study.
Yeah, because I watched it at the time on pay-per-view, Kenny. So, there we go.
Undertaker, 11-0 at WrestleMania 19.
Once for the Spanish people.
Yes, this
All
match again.
In 2004, WrestleMania 20 in Madison Square Garden. And guys, hopefully you guys listened to our last show.
You guys didn't watch it
WrestleMania 20.
either.
You
What
didn't
happened?
watch it?
Huh?
You get another recap of this match. The Undertaker faced his brother Kane at WrestleMania.
Oh
and
my God, it happened?
at the end of the year of 2003, he had a buried alive match against Vincent Kennedy McMahon. He got buried alive, and we haven't seen Undertaker since. And then at the Royal Rumble, we heard the gong and the mind games, and Kane is screaming, "John,
You're dead.
you're dead. There's no way. I killed you. I buried you alive." Anyways, Undertaker beat him again. If you want to hear the full breakdown of this match, go listen to WrestleMania 20.
On the It Doesn't Matter podcast.
Boom.
Also on the Rhode Island Broadcasting Network.
Rhode Island Broadcasting Network.
That's all you get.
This match right here makes Undertaker 12-0.
12
Hell yeah.
con 0.
WrestleMania 21,
What?
Hollywood,
Hollywood.
California.
Hollywood swinging.
We have the legend of The Undertaker going against the legend killer at the time, Randy Orton. This is when Randy Orton,
What
he was taking out
a
every single legend.
Bath. Kidding.
Say what?
I'm just making sure you're paying attention.
He's doing his research as well.
So
I'm
what
just
you,
making sure.
so what you watching?
I'm making sure you're paying attention.
Pornhub.
Now,
no blood
Randy
on it.
talks about this match too during his A&E.
Did you watch it? I didn't watch it yet.
I started watching some of it, man. He said he was so very mature and very stupid, man. I really understand what he's saying. When you're at that age, you think you have, you think you're just invincible. You can do whatever you want, and sometimes them veterans, they're looking out for your good, the good intentions with you. Like, they want you to do better than where they're at, and he just didn't listen. Especially with Taker, he's already proven he's a veteran. He's a hell of a wrestler, and if he tells you, "Hey, kid, show up at this time so we can discuss this match," you show up at that time, ready and ready to work. But man, he got his receipts. He got his receipts for that.
He got his receipts. But the match, it was a good showing for Randy Orton. He had his dad, Cowboy Bob Orton, in his corner, and yeah, Bob tried to do everything in his possession to make Undertaker lose this damn match.
Yeah.
It didn't work, and I haven't watched this match in a long time, but I do remember the match. But you gotta refresh my memory. I think Undertaker was going for the choke slam and Randy reversed into an RKO, right?
Yes.
It was an ugly ass RKO, but he got it off.
Yeah,
though.
he did it.
He got it off. It was straight, but it still wasn't enough for the Undertaker, and the Undertaker got the win again with the tombstone. And this right here makes Undertaker 13-0. Oh, and
13.
like I said,
0.
he's back to the dead man. WrestleMania 20, he's back to the dead man. Like I said, rewatch WrestleMania 20 from the It Doesn't Matter podcast if you haven't checked it out yet. Yes.
Yeah.
Randy Orton was a face. He was a big-time face after being Chris Benoit at 2004 SummerSlam, and he would lose it to Triple H 1 month later. And Randy Orton was a face, a failing face, and they would have a match at another show we reviewed, the Royal Rumble 2005.
4.
No, 5.
5.
And
Oh yeah, Benoit won 4. Yeah, that's right.
and,
It doesn't matter.
and Randy Orton was a face. He was just getting by until he put the RKO on Stacy Keibler.
Ooh.
And then he turned heel. And he would feud with The Undertaker for the rest of 2005.
Stacy Keibler could have been a former Miss Flair. David.
Dummy.
Yeah.
Clooney.
Hey, good for her, man.
All right. WrestleMania 22 from Chi-Town. We have The Undertaker going against Mark Henry, and
Mia Zark.
this wasn't the Hall of Pain Mark Henry. Mark Henry, he's still trying to find himself from all the injuries and whatnot. But this match right here, it was a casket match, and it was nothing really special.
No.
Undertaker hit the tombstone, rolled Mark Henry in the casket. Next thing, the lightning bolt went off, and other than that, that was it.
Just
Undertaker 14-0 WrestleMania.
Just
I
a
thought you said,
maintenance win for the dead man.
yeah, it's sad because Mark did have a better run like later on during the year. Was it during that year he turned into the Hall of Pain? Or the year after?
No.
Later,
Later in the year.
5-6 years later. I want to say.
Was it?
He might have been injured a little bit, but he didn't get back to his good graces until about 2010, 2011.
Oh man.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that part of wrestling kind of blurred.
I cannot keep up with Mark Henry's injuries and comebacks. Because when he ever came back, they didn't treat it like a big deal like they did with a lot of wrestlers. He was just back because they were afraid he was so injury prone he would just disappear.
And it's sad, man. That Hall of Pain really was that mark that made him that Hall of Famer that we all know and love now.
But that was due to all this frustration built up from things like this. I mean, here's where I can trace back Mark Henry to. Okay, he challenged Goldberg in because he wanted the bounty that Evolution was offering to beat up
2003.
Goldberg. 2003, and
Yep.
he was he with Teddy Long?
Yep.
Yeah.
Mike Militant.
And then he got injured, and he would come back after the Survivor Series 2005, where they had that segment with Edge in the ring with that baseball player guy.
Yeah, I remember you
You
saying
got
that.
no
Yeah.
balls.
I know you're talking about.
That one. So he came back and he interfered in a match with Batista in late December 2005, which led to his run at with The Undertaker at this Mania. And the next thing I can recall him being in is teaming up with MVP as the Kool-Aid Man.
Oh man.
Oh, yeah.
Oh no.
Oh, yeah.
Oh no.
All right.
Is that why people hate me? Watch Family Guy. You'll understand that joke.
Oh, Lord. All right. WrestleMania 23 from Detroit.
The day.
The Undertaker is going against the Animal Batista for the World Heavyweight Championship. So this is Undertaker's second title shot at WrestleMania. And you know what? this is when the streak become interesting. This is when the fans come around the world. So let's see if the streak is going to continue. Because I thought, honestly, right here, Batista, he was hot at this time.
Yo.
I thought Batista was going to be the one to break the streak. I really thought that.
I honestly felt like this should have been the main event, in my opinion, that night.
This was a good ass match. This is
Yeah.
probably one of the best Undertaker WrestleMania matches.
I totally agree, man.
Hell, this is the best WrestleMania match from before, because it gets better.
yeah.
It gets better
Yeah.
over time. But
You just starting to turn into that wine, man. It's just every year, it's just getting better and better and perfecto.
And then it gets rancid.
No.
It does.
Well,
it does.
one. One or two.
It does.
Un poquito. Ching ching.
What'd you call me?
It's a little bit.
But all right, so back to the match. Batista, he dominated the match.
Yes.
It looked good, but the Undertaker overcame the odds and hit my man with a tombstone for the win. And that was his 15th WrestleMania win. He's 15-0, and he won the world title.
15.
You can't go wrong. What do you guys think about this match right here?
Let John take over right this one right now.
It was good. Move on. No, man. Oh, it's such a phenomenal match, and it was a better match than the actual main event of Shawn Michaels and John Cena, and that was a good match too. But this was way better, and it's unfortunate they should have main evented. But yeah, Batista, one of my all-time favorites. Such a beast, an animal, if you will, and definitely, absolutely top. Undertaker has a lot of top WrestleMania matches. So even if this match is like number 6 or number 7 on the Undertaker's top WrestleMania matches, that is not a negative.
No.
That's a positive. So good job, Undertaker and Big Dave.
Yeah, Dave, if that's what they say.
If you're watching.
If you're in the top 10, man, with Taker's WrestleMania matches, man, bro, you deserve the hall right now, bro. You really do. What you're doing in Hollywood and what you did back then, you are killing it, and I continue to do that. But
Killing the game.
going back to this match, man, wow.
fun.
Like you said, Dave was dominating this match, and I really thought he was going to be the one to finally end the streak. But it wasn't your night, Poppy. It wasn't your night. Time to go to sleep. Tombstone. R.I.P.
Pause. All right, John. I don't remember the state, so you might have to fill me in on this one. But WrestleMania 24, we have the Undertaker going against Edge for the World Heavyweight Championship.
That was at the Citrus Bowl, where, flash forward a little bit. Actually, not really. when the Undertaker won the main event here, Pyro went into the stands and hit some fans. And some fans, no one got seriously hurt, but Pyro did shoot right into the audience at the end of WrestleMania, at the end of this match. But at the time, Edge had a little hidden WrestleMania winning streak of his own. So it was
Yes.
Streako versus Streako, and Undertaker would win naturally and close out that WrestleMania that year, which was
Did you go?
No, I was not there. It was at a certain period of time when WrestleManias weren't impressing me that much. I'm sure if you watch it back now, it's probably just fine, but it was just a weird time. It's most notable for Edge and Undertaker in the main event, of course, but also notable for Shawn Michaels retiring the Nature Boy Ric Flair,
Yes.
amongst other things. A terrible Batista-Umaga match, a terrible 3-way match for the WWE title,
Damn.
Randy, John Cena, and Triple H.
I remember that match.
Yeah.
And
That's
CM
when
Punk.
Orton came back with the tattoos, right?
This is actually the day. This is the last time I think Randy Orton used his old theme song, I believe, or the first time he used it.
Hey, nothing you can say.
He hated that song. I liked it.
I liked it too.
Me too.
There's nothing you can say about it, but
I heard CM Punk actually wanted that song.
Yeah.
he wasn't around then. No, he wasn't. But no, he had the Kill Switch Engage song for one night, and then CM Punk adopted it later on.
Hey man, honestly, Punk, that was probably the better choice that they gave you, man, because that song is phenomenal.
It still kicks. It still slaps, kids.
Damn right. It's on my playlist.
All right, but the match, it was a good match, and Undertaker got the win, but this time it wasn't with a tombstone. It was with the Hell's Gate, which was his triangle submission hold.
Yo,
He used to make people bleed from that move
I remember that.
back in the day.
I don't know how the hell where the hell they found the fucking blood package for that, because, woo, talking about
That
magic.
was pretty good. That's when Taker started adapting to his UFC styles, had the UFC type gloves on and whatnot.
Yes. Another evolution into this Undertaker where he's a little bit realistic, but a little bit of the dead man. This is how you do it, man. You have a character, you constantly evolve, you don't stay stagnant, and you always will be in the main event.
Yes.
Because he is the man!
The ruler.
Shut up, Sid. Get out of here.
And the master
All right, so
of
after
WrestleMania!
after WrestleMania 24, The Undertaker is 16-0.
16 y 0.
Yes.
Mi gente!
There he is. Oh, shit.
Yes.
Oh, sorry.
All right, take a pause for the cause. I got to take a powder. So I'm going to let John
All right.
give you all a rundown.
All right. Very good. Very good.
Goddamn.
So we left off at 2008, and now we're headed to 2009. What? You don't want me to go there yet? No. Oh, okay.
Oh, boy.
Oh, ad lib? All right.
How he wants us to ad
You know, WWE at this period of time honestly, between the time of the Benoit murders and probably, I don't know, like 2011, honestly, for me. It was just a bad time for wrestling. 2008, 9, 10, 11, well, and it was just dark. I mean, things changed. The bodies changed, after the Benoit thing. They took the wellness policy more seriously. And guys like, Triple H, you just didn't notice it because it was so gradual, but Randy Orton shrunk.
Yo.
Holy smoke. You check out Randy Orton in the Money in the Bank ladder match at WrestleMania 23. Check him out as the WWE champion at 24.
Yeah, complete difference.
What was that movie with Kevin Bacon? It was like Disappearing Man or something like that. That was Randy Orton.
Oh, what the f was it? I know what you're talking about, too. I love that movie, too. The Invisible Man, or... Oh, my... You're going to have me looking for that tonight. That was a great movie, man. Very underrated.
But, yeah, Triple H would, bulk up, but he'd be, not cut. He would just be thick.
Yeah, he had a fat gut.
John Cena just looked the same.
Yep.
But Batista would change eventually. But
do you ever really feel like John really was always natural?
Yeah. He said it in his podcast. He said it with Chris Van Vliet.
They all say it, man, and then years later, oh, well,
Ken Kennedy said it, and then on CNN that he never took steroids, and guess who got caught? Steroids.
I believe Cena, though. Cena's a believable guy.
Yeah, I really hope so that...
And he showed no compassion to Janelle Grant.
Who?
Anyway.
Are you ready?
Oh, you ready?
Are you ready?
For this Coca-Cola. ¿Qué tal?
Because WrestleMania 25, The Undertaker went against the Heartbreak Kid, who was a grown man, a wise man, a Christian man, Shawn Michaels. And this match right here, you had Dark versus the Light. And this right here, still to this day, is probably one of the best WrestleMania matches. A 5-star match. Go ahead, go check it out. And yeah, John, where did WrestleMania 25 take place?
That would be in it'd be in Texas, somewhere in Texas.
Houston?
Houston or Dallas.
Houston or Dallas.
Dallas. All right, yeah, one of them. But
It might have been Dallas.
this right here is, like I said, is a 5-star match. They had the time. I think they went over 25 minutes or so.
Originally, I think it was set to be set for 15 or...
Yeah, it's a famous story that they told. They were shortchanged, and they went up to Vince himself
Nah. Yeah.
Nah.
Even the girls, I guess, there's videos of them going long, and the girls like, well, there goes our time in the show. Hey,
For these two guys, your day one guys,
yeah,
you get all the time you need.
absolutely.
That was Sunny's last WrestleMania.
Really?
She wasn't there.
Yeah, she was in the Battle Royal.
Oh.
Divas Battle Royal. They're like, oh, we got all these divas from the past and present, and they just marched them down without naming anyone, and they just came down to the ring, and that was it. It was ridiculous. Because they're so hot.
Ow!
This match was hot. Go watch this match. It was a good match.
This
It
was the show.
I didn't like the buy. I mean, at the time of this, I was really like, I want perfect matches, and you had a botch. And thanks, Sim Snuka. Your
Yeah.
father's a murderer.
the camera.
Yeah, the camera
He was
thing.
the camera dude. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh boy, I the little stuff like that really like took away from the match for me. But no, it is well regarded as one of the great matches, and
You take away that, man, the rest of the match is just
yeah.
beautiful. You can't deny it, man. That was
And Shawn Michaels coming out into that entrance.
yeah. Ooh.
That was dope.
And
The big white hat.
Oh,
we're gonna jump forward a bit and back and forth, but the very next year's Mania, he didn't do that. And it's kind of like
you should have saved it.
for a reason.
Yeah.
So, but hey,
Yeah, so guys, go watch this match. Undertaker wins again with the tombstone, and the Undertaker is 17-0
Yes.
at WrestleMania 25.
17 a mi gente que habla latino.
Salinas on Peacock.
No,
Check out the documentary.
que se jode, Yolanda.
Yolanda got out
Vete pa' carajo.
next year.
Cuero.
I did it for Salinas.
No, she didn't. She did it for herself. Selfish.
All right, WrestleMania 26 from Arizona. We have the rematch of The Undertaker and Shawn Michaels, but this time it's the streak versus the career. And after
And
Shawn,
it's the main event.
yes, the last match would have been the main event, but this match right here, it was the main event, and
It
this
was the main event. The last match.
well, it was the main event. Excuse me. 25 should have been the main event. It stole
Absolutely.
the show. That's what I meant to say. But this match right here, Shawn Michaels, it just ever since he lost the Undertaker at WrestleMania 25, it messed with his whole demeanor, his whole mind.
The rest of the year, yeah.
It messed up his whole year. So, what was it? Elimination Chamber. That's when he came back and he super kicked the Undertaker.
Yep.
you could argue this is a 3-year storyline if Shawn Michaels really lost himself after retiring Ric Flair. Like he didn't want to do it.
No.
In storyline, he didn't want to do it, and then he got involved with Batista and then Jericho in that long storyline,
Yeah.
which led to his Undertaker thing, where he could, possibly redeem himself, and he didn't. And then another year-long storyline. This is his last chance, his last shot, and you could look at it as a 3-year storyline,
Yeah.
a 3-year arc.
I agree. If you put it down that way, pause, it makes sense that it's a 3-year arc. So I didn't even think about it that way. That's why we have 3 different minds, 3 great personalities, 1 love. Pro wrestling.
Boom.
Make sure you check us out at the Horsepower Cigar Lounge in Montville, Connecticut, Route 32, Wednesday, March 13th, 2024, 6 p.m. for a live podcast where we watch some matches from WrestleMania 3.
Woo!
Come have a cigar with us.
I have a few.
Yes. All right, but back to this match. Do you guys think this match is better than the first one?
Me personally, I thought it was just because you get rid of that Snuka botch.
You probably wouldn't even say that because of John.
No, honestly, I told you this.
Because we watched that shit before together, so.
I told you that before. I thought number 2 was better than 1, only because I kind of seen where it was gonna go, and then the whole Undertaker is just like, this motherfucker, he just kicked out of my damn fucking tombstone. I'm gonna give it one more time.
Basically, the finish of the match is Shawn Michaels, he kicked out, and he's pulling himself up on the Undertaker, pulling his tank top. And I believe he slaps him in the face.
Yes.
And the Undertaker, you just see he get pissed. His eyes get
Like,
so big.
Are you
and then,
stupid?
Yeah, then he hit him with a monstrous tombstone.
Yes.
He you never see Taker jump up to do the tombstone.
Yes.
That was a sight to see. That shit was dope right there.
That's what just like oof. That.
'Cause at this time,
Perfect.
we didn't know, like, oh shit, is Sean really about to retire? I know he had like a 4-year game plan, which turned out to be, what, 8 years after that? Man, graduated twice. But,
Honestly, I feel like him being away from the game actually saved his career, and we got more out of Sean than we probably would have. If he had stayed during that whole Attitude Era when he was
he'd have been done.
injured,
He'd have been done.
yeah, his career would have not gotten to where we got. So honestly, the best thing he did was leave us and leave us wanting more, and then he gave us probably the greatest second career that anybody could have gave us.
So do you prefer his first run, or do you prefer the rebirth of Shawn Michaels?
Rebirth, just his second career was phenomenal.
Yeah.
It was completely different. I get it. He was a different man, and it was, excuse me. He actually took the business more serious than he ever did, and we got some of the greatest matches of all time because he actually put the business instead of his bullshit in front of us.
What do you think, John? You think Sean's had a better career his second go round, or
Absolutely.
or as a druggie?
Perk Angle. No, I mean, if I had to throw a vote behind it, I would choose the latter half of his career. Just because I didn't really like. I mean, I wasn't around for early Shawn Michaels, the one that looks like the Bang Bang Scissor Gang, those kind of tights. So from like 1992, 93, 94, that wasn't the Shawn Michaels I liked. I liked him in 95 and 96, 97.
His good years.
I like those years. So for me, his first half of the career is incomplete, and I don't really want to go back to watch that early version because he's still figuring himself out.
Yes.
But the post back injury Shawn Michaels, that's obviously a more polished, a more mature, a guy who's ready to be a part of the WWE and lead their locker room. In a sense, he's just a better Shawn Michaels.
Yes.
So I would say the second half. And as for match versus Undertaker, I would choose the second one because it did have more at stake. I remember the thought I had that I really thought Shawn was breaking it because I did not think he was retiring at all.
Me
not
too.
at
I didn't
all.
think so either.
So that helped add to it.
I really thought he was going to be the one to finally say, nah, streak's over.
You thought you would retire Undertaker first. Imagine that.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
I if you think about it, you put those two guys together, you'd have been like, who's going to retire first, Shawn or Taker? You'd have said Taker.
Yeah.
Bigger guy, he's going to get more injuries. And you got to think about it. Shawn only had maybe one or two of those really serious injuries where he was out of the game. Taker had a lot of injuries, shoulders, the eye, the back, so many different injuries.
The blank, the crack.
That, and the third. Man, having family who are pretty tall and having back issues and other knees and all that shit, it's like, damn, how the hell you guys can even walk around? And then Taker, damn near 30, 40-year career, you never would have seen it coming. So.
You're never too weak in life if you're a pro wrestling fan. You can always find someone to inspire you. Darby Allin.
Fuck that. You will never see me be a crash test dummy. Yeah. No fucking way. But hey, good job, bro.
All right. So after WrestleMania 26, The Undertaker is 18-0.
18.
So we got WrestleMania 27. The Undertaker is going against Triple H in Atlanta. This is my first WrestleMania. This is Platinum's first WrestleMania. This is Stratfac's first WrestleMania.
No, it's not.
Is that your first?
Second.
Oh yeah, second. Excuse me. The second WrestleMania.
See, the first WrestleMania I went to was kind of like Triple H and Undertaker #1. It happened, but we don't acknowledge it. But WrestleMania 27 would be the first of me continuing WrestleMania as an annual tradition. So.
All right, so to this story right here with Undertaker and Triple H. 2. just like how Platino was saying how the man was battling a lot of injuries. We didn't see The Undertaker for almost a year until it was WrestleMania season when Triple H came out there, Undertaker came out there, and then he get one of these looking at that. Ha! And next thing you know,
man.
Undertaker look over, do one of these numbers, and that was it. That promo right there,
Yeah.
I was like, ooh.
Didn't have to say anything. You just knew what was going to happen.
Ooh. And Atlanta, I'm an Atlanta fan, diehard Atlanta Braves fan, diehard Atlanta Falcons fan, and I want to go badly. And Abel's like, I don't know. And then our other friend, Rose, who you've seen on the It Doesn't Matter podcast rundown, he's like, only way I'll go to WrestleMania is if Shawn Michaels get inducted to the Hall of Fame. I watched Raw. Next thing I called him. I said, we're going. That was it.
Yep.
That was it. So this story right here, this was
We don't even want to talk about the trip going there though. But that's another story.
we made it. That's all that matters. We made it to Georgia.
We
made
had
it to Atlanta.
about 10 phone calls. Hey Dom.
Save it for our WrestleMania 20 show next week.
All right, we'll save
Save
that.
for WrestleMania 27 show next week.
Okay.
All right, but we made it down to Atlanta, and this match right
John,
here
you'll love this one.
was a no holds barred match.
Woo.
No holds barred, and like we said, we haven't seen Undertaker since WrestleMania 26. And my man, he's beaten, he's battered, and Undertaker, he starts off hot. He's dominating Triple H. And after this, Triple H just turns shit around and start beating this man's ass with a chair. That's what a cerebral assassin do.
Yep.
And, Undertaker, he struggled to get up, but he finally did. And was it he won with the tombstone.
No.
Or was it
Nope.
the Hell's...
He locked him in the Hell's Gate.
Oh, the Hell's... He had the...
And-
all right, so yeah, Triple H had a
and
sledgehammer.
Triple H had the sledgehammer, and I thought he was going to hit him with a sledgehammer and
Yeah, and then
him.
he dropped the joint.
We were there. The crowd. Let's just save this for next week.
The crowd. Well, we can talk about this match. The crowd was dope. Undertaker
Yes.
came out to Johnny Cash, Ain't No Grave,
Grave.
and Triple H came out to who was it? Metallica.
Yeah, it was Metallica.
Yeah, so it was a dope time. But yeah, it was a fight. It was a brawl. But I still take the WrestleMania 17 match 10 years ago, and yeah,
Yeah, just knowing,
Undertaker is 19-0 at WrestleMania 27.
19.
John.
This match is the only redeeming quality. Rarely, there's like a few others, but this is basically the only redeeming quality for WrestleMania 27. And as a matter of fact, this is my mom's favorite match because she just loved the way Triple H. That's how I remember the finish. She loved the way he tapped out. He's like, oh, just look at him tapping his hand like that.
I know what I'll be watching later.
But yeah, great match, really great match. If I had
got up from 2 pedigrees.
if I had to go back and watch one, I'd watch this one. You know,
I agree.
I mean, well, between this one and X 2001,
17?
yeah, I prefer this match.
Over 17?
Yeah, but because we were there, I was there, and
Oh, yeah.
lots of things like that.
That's true.
Those kind of memories. So that's why I prefer this one. And I still remember very, very vivid video that when Triple H came out, to the music, but then when he did his actual Motorhead music, the way the Georgia Dome, it's a dome.
Yeah.
It's the way the Georgia Dome looked. The whole place was green. Just
Yeah.
green.
That shit was dope.
And it was beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
Definitely one of those manias where you're glad you're there and get to experience it live.
That's a WrestleMania-sized event there.
I agree.
Yeah.
All right. WrestleMania 28.
Ow!
Was it Miami?
Hell yeah.
Miami, Florida.
Woo.
Were you there?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
One of the best WrestleManias of all time.
The Undertaker goes against Triple H for the 3rd time, but this time is the second Hell in a Cell match. This is the end of the era match, and we have the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels, as your special guest referee.
You know the Hell in the Cell had its own theme music?
Wasn't like the dun 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 dun.
No.
No, it wasn't that.
It's Metallica. The Memory Remains.
Ooh,
There you go. Had its own theme music.
that's crazy.
Good to know. Good to know. But all right, so this match right here, it started off like how it started off, or how it ended towards the last match. Triple H with a chair, and he's beating Undertaker's ass, and yeah, like seeing this match, you would think this is gonna be it. Like, there ain't no way Triple H is gonna lose
Yo.
3 times to the Undertaker at WrestleMania, and you got your best friend in the ring, but the man, he struggled, but he made the match happen. He did what he had to do. Even Shawn Michaels hit Sweet Chin Music on the Undertaker, which led into a pedigree, and Undertaker still kicked out. Like, he still tried to do all that.
Please don't undersell that. That was one of
Yes.
the moments of all WrestleMania.
Yeah,
Yes.
it was the moment that
Holy
the
smokes.
guy, the dead man, got out of, and he broke. He got out of too.
That's like a scary movie scene where you're just like, what the fuck? This guy's still alive? How the fuck is that even possible?
So many things.
You had 2 top finishers back in the 90s, early 2000s, and my man, one of these numbers. He threw the shoulder
Super
up.
kick!
Yeah, that was
Nothing.
it. People thought the streak was going to end, but it didn't happen.
I thought it would-
didn't happen right there.
Of all nights, that could have been the night. Thank God it wasn't.
But Undertaker got back to, how he was supposed to be, and he unleashed fury on Triple H. And Shawn Michaels is damn near like in tears, like, oh my God, leave my friend alone. Like that's how Shawn's looking. Like he's seen like the dead man reawoke. He's awoken again, or awoken again, however you want to say it. But yeah, the game he got tombstoned. This time he got tombstoned, and Taker got the win. But Triple H got up like nothing after that. But the Undertaker, he struggled.
Yeah.
He struggled, and then all 3 guys embraced each other, walked to the stage, they hugged each other, and just looked around, and yeah, that was the end of the era, end of an era. And the Undertaker at WrestleMania 28 is 20-0.
20-0.
Strap, what do you think about that match?
God, it's incredible. It's incredible for wrestling fans. It's incredible for The Undertaker. Incredible for WWE. Incredible for life. That there are so many tremendous memories and matches going on, and we're still living and enjoying it all. But yeah, just like 27, 28, this match, just another one of my favorite matches. And moments and memories, as I had to interrupt Dom there to mention the finish, that false finish, the Shawn Michaels gonna call it right down the middle, but then something happened and he thought Undertaker hit him, and he was like, "You got him," and super kicked him. Didn't want to. Triple H got him with that pedigree. Ha! Ugh. Everybody fell for that one, and. Just tremendous work on all parties, and just one of the best WrestleMania matches, purely ever of all time.
That wasn't the main event for 28, right? Wasn't it Cena and Rock?
Yeah, that's right.
Cena Rock won
I mean,
for the first time.
yeah.
Well, the only time.
I mean, it was my second WrestleMania to travel to, and I absolutely loved being there in Miami. It was such a great time.
I mean, you traveled to New York. That's 3.
Nah, it's not really traveling.
It's the second WrestleMania I flew to because I could afford it. And
Hey, you don't want to get robbed. Have money all over your pockets like Lita. And your thong.
And also because that's the WrestleMania I met my current crew, and that's the one I still go to WrestleMania with every single year. So
Nice.
Platinum, what do you think about the match?
Yeah, I was just, like you said, shocked at certain points of the match where I'm just like, damn, Taker's really going to take the L this night. Even more so than any other night. And sure enough, man, once he fucking kicked out that super kick into the pedigree, I was like, oh shit, this guy's not going down. There's no way. And then, boom, Taker gets the W. Shawn is like, fuck. I got to count the dub against my boy. That's it, man. Definitely one of the better matches that they've had, but not the one that I wanted to see the most. I think I agree with John. Maybe I got to go back and watch 27 again just to see how the action was.
It was back and forth. It was
Because
he
I
was off his seat.
just watching 17, I was like, damn man, I don't remember certain parts of it. That was really good, and then being there live for 27, I was in my seat. No, I wasn't even on my seat. I was just standing up like, what is going on here?
Yeah,
And I'm
we
just
was
waiting.
hype. We was hype.
We're looking. We can literally see Triple H with the sledgehammer in 27. I'm like, is he gonna hit him? Is he gonna hit him? And then boom. Man, 28. What a scene. We really thought that was the end of these guys,
Oh,
but
and why we mention the pop, the silent pop. I know that doesn't make any sense, but you know what I mean when you watch the match back. The silent pop when Undertaker reveals his hood
yeah,
and he cut his fucking hair off.
Yeah.
yeah. We're all like, what the hell did
We're
you
like,
do
oh
that
shit!
for?
And Triple H is like, fuck.
I don't
Yeah,
think
yeah,
anybody knew that.
Nah, the promos, he had the wig on the whole time. That badass wig.
That's
like,
crazy.
When I say badass, I mean like shit.
Yeah.
So
I mean that hairstyle, that mohawk. I copied that for a certain period of time, and I kind of miss it. I'm like, do the mohawk again.
I remember
it back.
Dom had that mohawk back in the day too.
not like that, but yeah, I had a mohawk.
It's the Undertaker mohawk.
Wait.
Undertaker 28 mohawk.
He had it the right way. Pause.
All right, Undertaker at WrestleMania 28 is 20-0, but your next WrestleMania is WrestleMania 29 from New York, New Jersey.
I
Hey.
traveled there.
Yes, I traveled there too. I was there. And he went against the best in the world, CM Punk, which was the main event. This should have been the main events.
Oh yes.
If it was the main event, we wouldn't have the problems we have today. But that's
Oh
another.
man.
That's another branching storyline.
Yes.
It's tough, man, when you make that call.
So this was a good year for CM Punk
Mm.
because he had to shine with Undertaker. Yeah, he might not have been in that last match at WrestleMania, but I remember seeing him Bridgeport. He had to earn. Paul Bearer died this year,
Yes.
so Undertaker dedicated this match to Paul Bearer, and it was Punk. He was a badass heel, and he was running with it, kicking the urn, and all the other shit. This was the year I met CM Punk.
CM Punk and Paul Heyman were just running roughshod with that storyline, and it's another reason why Paul Heyman is in the Hall of Fame. Well, he's going to the Hall of Fame this year. You got a guy like that, and you got a guy like Punk. We understand Paul Bearer has already passed away, and that would have never happened without the blessing of Undertaker, obviously, because there's no way anybody else could have pulled that off besides those two other guys too. You got two of the best talkers at that time. And then Taker and CM Punk. Wow, man. Oh my God. Dom, just break it down, baby.
All right, so my note says the Undertaker had CM Punk in the Hell's Gate submission, but CM Punk he got out of it and he did everything he could do to break the streak. The Undertaker puts Punk through a pile driver, but Punk he kicks out of the pin. And then the Undertaker, he accidentally takes out the ref, and he goes for the last ride, but Punk gets the urn from Paul Heyman. CM Punk hits Undertaker with the urn, but the Undertaker gets back up and Tombstone pile driver. 1, 2, 3. The Undertaker 21-0 at WrestleMania 29.
21-0.
John.
Yo. Another great match with the Undertaker, and oh man, just continuing that streak, man. A different kind of streak, a mini streak within the big streak, and yeah, the things that we all said and we all acknowledge because it's true. This match should have been the main event of WrestleMania 29, and the storyline was awesome. The match was awesome. Yeah, it's just, I mean, it's heaping praise upon praise, man. Undertaker is on a roll at WrestleMania, probably because he only wrestles once a year.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
But would you say that everybody was in tune into the streak once he fought Batista? Like, all right, now this shit's getting real now. Like, they're going to bring out the big guns, the major guns, and
I mean,
we're going to see who's going to be the one to stop this guy.
right, yeah. I mean, yeah, Batista would be the first, legitimate contender for that opportunity. But no one mentioned the streak until he beat Ric Flair at 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A nice round number. So that's when the streak really began. And Batista, I guess you could say, would probably be his first. Well, I wouldn't say that. I mean, I thought Randy Orton might have had a shot.
The Legend Killer
Yeah.
itself just gave him that.
Yeah. So I thought Randy Orton had a legitimate shot at it, and then Mark Henry, no, but Batista, yes.
Yes.
So yeah,
I don't think Orton, just because
At that time?
at that time, no. Like, yeah, Legend Killer, yeah, but no.
no. Don't you
Well,
remember the
no-
promo? They had like the Undertaker's numbered streaks. Like it was like what was it, 10-0
Yeah.
or 11,
10,
whatever
yeah,
it was.
10 or 11 long.
And then the numbers changed to R K. Oh,
Yeah.
that was sick. Sick.
But honestly, I thought Taker's time was possibly done at WrestleMania 14 against Kane. I thought WrestleMania.
That boss man though.
Nah.
26.
17 against Triple H, 26 against Shawn Michaels.
Number 2.
Yeah. Hell, even 27, he had literally
Yeah.
was on the edge of our
Yeah,
seats.
27.
Yeah.
27.
So, actually, no, and 23. 'Cause I thought Batista was gonna win that shit too. So,
That's right.
to be honest with you, so yeah. So now
Uh-oh.
we at WrestleMania 30.
Yes.
Eat, sleep, conquer, and repeat.
Also the laundry directions.
Yes.
And 2014.
2014.
I'll say 2004. 2014.
2014.
Yeah, 2014 in New Orleans.
Nolans.
WrestleMania 30.
Whitney band.
The Undertaker won against Brock Lesnar with Paul Heyman. And this is when I met Paul Heyman in the airport going down to New Orleans. I said, good luck. He said, He said, we don't need it. I said, oh, shit. All right. But anyways, man, this was it was an interesting match, especially being in the venue. I know we all have our perspectives about this show, and we are going to be talking about this show in its entirety in the end of March. But we're just going to talk about this match for now. But yeah, Brock at this time in 2014. This was the birth of Suplex City, right,
No.
John?
No.
No. When was Suplex City?
31.
Yeah.
Oh, so so after the fact. All right, well.
Yep.
All right, well, we seen a little preview, we seen a little glimpse of Suplex City in this match, and he beat the shit out of Taker. That it was so bad that Taker, he was concussed. He didn't know where the hell he was at.
Suplex City didn't become famous until Extreme Rules against John Cena.
I thought it was SummerSlam. Was that SummerSlam with Cena?
No, because he kept, in Santa Clara, Brock kept suplexing Roman, and that's when he blurted it out, "Suplex City, bitch."
Yeah.
That's where it came from.
Anyways, but Taker, he was concussed because Lesnar was having his way with the dead man.
I don't think I think you can get concussed for almost anything.
Yeah.
I don't think Brock's he's a big strong boy. But again, Undertaker was just wrestling once a year, and he might have not been in and he was obviously he was in great shape but there's more to it than just being physically fit.
Yeah.
So there could have been other factors going on, and who knows what they are or were. But going into this match, man, no one wanted to see this match. No one cared because Brock Lesnar at the time, this match rebirthed Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
Okay, and it's hard to imagine the last 9 years of this. 10, 9,
10.
yeah. And this match right here would feed Brock Lesnar's career for the next following 9 years.
Yes.
Because before this, he lost to John Cena. He lost to Triple H.
Yep.
I'm sure he would have lost to Curtis Axel if they had the cojones. But Brock was not a big deal at this moment. He was and he wasn't because they were testing him. They were trying to say, "Oh, you're gonna bitch if you job the Triple H?" Nope. You're gonna bitch if you job the John Cena on your first match back?
Yeah, this
Nope.
This is when he was snapping people's arms in that Kimura lock. That's what he
Yes.
was doing. Okay.
Yes.
All right. But seeing this match, it was a physical match, and for Taker to take 3 F5s, dazed out, and that last one,
Should have been suspended like Sammy Guevara.
that last one, it was it. That was it. 1, 2, 3, and being in that building, you were there. It was complete silence because like the bell rung, ding ding, but no music hit. It was just complete, utterly silent
Except
inside.
for one man.
Hold on, when we get there, it was inside the building. It was complete silence in there, and then everybody was like, "Oh shit!" Like I literally had goosebumps. Everybody it was just completely quiet in there, and then it didn't really hit everybody until we seen the Titantron when I should have said 21-1, and then you hear the "Oh my God" from Paul Heyman, and then Brock's music hit, and Brock is just laughing. Can you agree with me on that, John?
With what?
Well, I just said that's how it was.
Well, yeah, everything you said did happen. But it's not fun to watch this match because all the fun is at the end.
Yes.
So to watch it from the beginning, you're just like, what? This match sucks. It's worse than Lesnar Goldberg. Mania 20. At least that one had some cool power moves in it. I mean, this one had moves as well, but there was just pure disinterest in this match as a whole. So, but once the ending happened, did that have to happen for us to be as silent as we were, to make 80,000 people hushed? That's no exaggeration. That is no lie. That is exactly what happened. And until they showed that graphic, no one believed it. And and then what followed this match? I believe it's the women's battle royal.
Yeah, it was still quiet in there.
That
It was still quiet. We're gonna review the show at the end of March. So
That's right. Yes.
yes. All right, Abel. So you didn't go to New Orleans, so you can tell them about your experience with this match.
I thought there was a botch. I felt like you said, even at home, I was freezing. I was like, what is going on here? This can't happen. Taker just lost? And then Cool Ray ruined the moment. Sorry for you, brother. Gave you the worst phone call ever.
I think this story keeps getting passed around, and so does the blame. Who made the bad judgment call?
I did.
So you were the bad guy. Don't try to reframe that.
It was me, Ray. It was me all along.
What an asshole.
I don't care. No, I did not know he was half an hour behind.
Yeah.
If I'd known, I would have just said,
Can never assume.
sorry. I tried to get in touch with Dom.
I had no service.
Yeah.
I had no service in that damn building. It was crazy.
I don't know what happened.
I had no
'cause
service at the Rumble in Tampa.
I think you was texting me before.
Yeah, we was texting during that match. Like,
And then after that match, they must have said, hey, Cell Company, shut it off.
No,
This is
no,
between
no.
us.
You and Sprint.
Yo, it was like the Facebook shutdown. We were gone for about 45 minutes.
Why I gotta log in?
I don't know what the hell, your shit working?
I'm like, yo, Dom, I'm sending them messages, sending them voicemails. This really fucking happened? Oh, man. I forget who I was with that night. I just was like, I don't even want to watch the rest of the show. I'm done.
And they made out, but like
Yeah.
you said,
They were fine. They did.
Yeah, they made out.
Yeah, so we'll definitely talk about that in the next few weeks. But overall, the streak was impressive.
Absolutely.
It lasted a while.
I wish it was still around right now to this day.
Nah, 'cause you can't do it anymore.
Yeah,
Thank
but
you.
hey, Sting went out on the Shield, undefeated. You could have had Taker going out undefeated at Mania.
Well, hey, so at the end of the day, Undertaker was 30. No, he was 25-2.
Yep.
25-2 WrestleManias.
After this, you'd see him go against guys the likes of Bray Wyatt, John Cena,
Roman Reigns.
fuck.
I don't know that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, right? Alicia
And-
Fox.
AJ
Styles.
Yeah. In a boneyard match. That was
Yeah.
pretty cool. But
And there's somebody missing in that. I met him.
that's it.
30, 31, Shane McMahon,
Shane.
Shane.
Yeah.
who could have been Who say it could have been Sting, right?
It should have been Sting.
Should have been Sting, yeah. Not Hell in a Cell, just a regular
It should have
match.
been Sting, but injury aside,
Well, they mentioned that in that book that Bobby Platino has on his side there. Which is what is that? What you got there, pal? Pete Gas looking at the lights from blah 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 to blah blah blah. A fun read from our Twitch homie Randy 3336.
Randall!
Randy, what up?
That's old. So
I'll be reading this whenever I get some free time.
absolutely. But yeah. So Undertaker, he would go on and he would have a few more matches, but none of them would match his legacy that he built. And you know what? That's okay.
Yeah.
That's okay. He's earned the right. And
Well, he did help out Bray Wyatt. I'll give him that.
and he closed his career at WrestleMania with that pre-taped pandemic match
Yep.
with AJ Styles, and it was awesome. And that's a wrap for Mr. Calloway.
And that's going to be close to a wrap for us, too, as well.
Yes. Taker, this was a good Hall of Fame streak right here. You did the damn thing.
Hall of
and
Fame career.
It'll never be replicated
Never.
Never.
whatsoever,
Never.
No.
especially with TKO. But
You never know.
But
never
yeah.
say never.
guys, what are your top 5 Taker matches at WrestleMania? We start with Abel.
I don't even want to do top 5. I want top 3.
Fine, top 3 then. Top 3.
Top 3. That's good.
Shawn and Taker 3. I mean 2 for that's number 3. No, that's number 1 for me. 2. Fuck.
He's not on there.
Yeah.
He's been mentioned twice now.
I gotta go back and watch Triple H and Taker as well, number 2. I remember that just because I was there, and once I see it, I'll probably look at it through different eyes. And I gotta go with Diesel, man. I was not expecting that match to be where it was, and yo, Big Daddy Cool, you're not overrated no more. You the guy. You're the man, baby.
But you're a liar. You totally could have made Sting's
And then
retirement.
Sid would have been in top 5.
All right, John, what about you?
Well, going for a top 3 here. My number 1 would be the Hell in a Cell in WrestleMania 28 in Miami. My second pick, which I'm surprised Platinum already did it. It's Diesel at WrestleMania 12, and I would choose for number 3 Big Dave WrestleMania 23 Bautista.
Damn, you don't even have those 2
The,
matches.
the Shawn Michaels matches.
That's on a different scale.
I just didn't. Well, I mean, I had my bias from watching them at the
Okay.
time. I just didn't like them. I know they did a good job and all that stuff, but I don't have that, all those memories and associations with the Lesnar
Okay.
streak match. I don't have those with those matches. I just don't.
That's probably why I like them, because I still have the association with them.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, and for me, I'm gonna have to say my number 1 match is probably gonna be Shawn and Taker, the streak versus the career.
Number 2.
Number 2 is gonna be him and Batista,
Okay.
and number 3 is gonna be him and Triple H at WrestleMania 27 because we was there.
There you go.
Yeah, you can't go wrong. Those matches right there, they were. If you want to watch those WrestleMania matches, go ahead. You will definitely be impressed. You would definitely enjoy it.
You can just hear the tone that we're using with our picks.
Yeah.
I love that Miami match. I love that Diesel match for a different reason.
Yeah.
I just thought it was incredible for a lot because I loved the Diesel character at that time, and of course with Batista, I love Big Dave. I love
Oh, yeah.
Batista. So and I thought that was a lot of fun. So those that's why I chose those.
Yes.
Yeah, sorry, Dave. You would have made top 5 then.
It's a good ass match. It's a good ass showing. But next week we have WrestleMania 27. We were all there,
27.
all different perspectives, and
Cough button.
we are going to talk about everything that went down. We have John Cena taking on The Miz for the WWE Championship, while The Rock is your special guest
Host.
host. Yeah, he's your special host. Excuse me. We have CM Punk taking on Randy Orton.
Randall.
We have Rey Mysterio taking on undashing Cody Rhodes.
Vermilion, Cody Rhodes.
Yeah.
Don't look at me.
We have Snooki from Jersey Shore. She's in the building.
Oh,
That was my bathroom break match.
yes, it was.
So,
Crazy. Wow.
yeah, so it's gonna be a good show next week. WrestleMania 27 from Atlanta.
And don't forget about the Core's only WrestleMania appearance.
Oh, yeah.
Can't
forgot
forget about the core with 2 R's.
What the
Yes, but this Wednesday, Horsepower Cigar Lounge in Montville. We hope to see you there. We're going to be discussing WrestleMania 3. If you guys know WrestleMania 3, you got Ricky Steamboat going against
Macho Man Randy Savage.
Yes, and you got Andre the Giant taking on the immortal Hulk Hogan.
What you gonna do, brother,
Yeah.
when we all smoke cigars with you?
Yes, it's gonna be a good time. So come out there, come meet us. We take pictures with y'all, sign autographs, meet and greet, smoke a cigar together, laugh, have a drink.
Damn right.
Oh, and it's BYOB, so you can bring your own. Beverages.
Bring your own beverages,
Bring
baby.
your own beverages, baby. Yes, but until then, I'm the Notorious One. I am Dom. I am here with Poppy Platino, the Dominican Dream, baby. And I am here with Strap Facts, John Lee. And we running out of time. We will see you at Horsepower this upcoming Wednesday night.
And thank you, Sting. Oh, wasn't for him.
That's the wrong show.
No. Thank you, dead man.
Deadman, thank you. Until next time. Boom.